Okay, in this video we're going to show you how you can schedule recordings in advance on the Xoro 8530 HD satellite receiver. Okay, one of the drawbacks of a free-to-air box is basically that it only has a now and next option on your EPG, as opposed to an official FreeSat box which will have a full 7-day EPG, but it's considerably more expensive. So from the point of view of your EPG, if I just show you here now, as you can see what's on now, and it gives a synopsis and it shows you what's on next. Okay, but just say you wanted to record something at 9 o'clock tonight and you were going out, you know, how do I record that? Okay, so I'm just going to exit out of there now for a sec. So what you want to do is you want to schedule a recording for later on, or in other words, you want to book it. Okay, so what you do is you basically go to the channel that you want to record the program on. Okay, so I'm on it there now, and in the bottom right hand corner of your remote control there's a big blue button with timer written underneath, and you press that. Okay, and it brings you into the schedule menu. Now, as you can see, I've nothing scheduled to run or to record there at the moment, so there's nothing in the menu there. But just in addition, before I go any further, you have to have your memory stick or external hard drive or something like this plugged into the front of the receiver for this to work. We recommend using an external hard drive for all sorts of your recording, you know, functions on the Xoro 8530. Okay, now to add a recording or a scheduled recording, in the bottom left of your remote control there's a big red button that has PVR written under it. So press that red button, and you can see there on the screen it says add. Now what that'll do is, you're already on the channel, so it's already set the channel number and it's set the channel name, and the start date is there also. But what you want to do is you want to schedule a different time. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this well on the video, but there's a little dash underneath the numbers there, and I was just arrowing over and back on them anyway. But basically all you do is you use the numbers on the remote control to set the time. So I'm going to set it to 2100 hours to start at, and to end at 2200 hours. Okay, and that's grand. Now the next thing is actually an interesting little feature, and while it does, you wouldn't really call it series link per se, it does kind of give a semi-series link feature. Okay, you have the option to repeat once, which is, you know, if you just want to record something on a once off, or you can repeat this scheduling daily, or you can repeat it weekly. Now this is very handy if, say, you were getting home late from work every day and you wanted to record the news. You could set it for, let's say, 6 o'clock or something like that daily, you know, and you'd be able to watch the news later on then, or something like that. But just for this demonstration purposes, I'm just going to say repeat once. In addition to that is as well, there's no intelligence behind this, as with a lot of you know, recording features on all sorts of boxes really, is that if something happens and that time changes, that program's on that you want to do, if you're, you know, scheduling it daily or weekly, you have to go in and manually tell the machine here that the time has changed, and then obviously change your start time and end times accordingly. Okay, so just be aware of that. And the last feature then is the mode. Now this is very handy as well for another reason. Obviously we want to record now, so that's fine, but you can also arrow across and you can view. Now what that means basically is that you can set a reminder on your box. So just say you were watching some channel and you had set this schedule to view basically as a reminder for a different channel at a specific time. What it would do is, just before the program starts that you had it set to remind you of, it will pop up a message on the screen and remind you to switch to that channel. So it's a very handy little feature. But for this demonstration purposes, we'll just set it to record. So you just press OK to confirm, and there you go, it's set in the schedule. And at 9 o'clock tonight now, that'll come on and record that program. So it's a very handy little feature, and we've tested it and it seems to work very well. One caveat I would say is, you know, you have to leave the box on or in standby, especially, you know, if you're going to be leaving it, scheduling something daily. You don't want to be turning the box off, because it won't remember basically. So you want to leave it at least in standby. So that's it basically. And just to get out of that, you just hit exit a couple of times and you're back out. And that's it basically, how to schedule recordings on the Xoro 8530 HD satellite receiver.